Here we go, everybody. The first winner bracket final of RaRaLand 2023 is on the way. On the upper right-hand side, all the way from South Korea, representing Phantom Aces, is your vice champion of last year. Give it up for LawLiet. His challenger coming from the Ukraine, trying to challenge LawLiet for the title of the best Night Elf in this group. Give it up for Foggy.
Off we are for map number 1, Last Refuge. Indeed, one of the older maps in this pool. We're starting off with double Demon Hunter. It seems to be hard to say no to this hero nowadays in the matchup, where of course in the Night of Mirror we're seeing lots of Bear Mirror at the current time. But if there was always one player who was trying to think outside the box and play something else, it was Foggy. This is something that is very much known to us, and also something that LawLiet will be aware of and will be remembering.
Exactly. I don't think we'll see too many straight-up Bear Mirrors here, which is obviously good for our entertainment. We all know that. LawLiet not a fan of the Bear Mirror, even though he got better in that. Foggy, we know it, lots of bottoms, so it is already a little odd to see 2 Demon Hunters here, but the big question is, how many archers will we see? Because that is an indicator if we see mass range or not.
Yeah, in fact, for Foggy we have a little expansion attempt as well already coming up. This means probably there might not be enough money in the bank for Hunter's Hall as well, and could just be a bunch of archers and mercs. In fact, the merc camp is being prepped already. Both Demon Hunters here about to get level 3, and Foggy's Demon is looking mighty tanky. Look at that. Lots of bonus health, lots of bonus armor. He's gonna be a difficult boy to bring down.
Double ring and the belt, we love to see it. LawLiet on the other side with the Sobi mask. It's not too bad. The more mana you regenerate, the less moon juice you use. And look at this timing, man. He's reading Foggy like a book, sees the expo, sends the demon, kicks it down.
That should be enough. He doesn't have that much damage items.
True. Not a single one, actually. That is very few.
Less than 1 is oftentimes not that much,
correct.
Believe it or not. Wait, is this enough? Oh, it's not enough.
Ooh, sick.
That's a lot of wasted time, a lot of HP lost. This is going to take a lot of moon juice as well. Foggy really wants to get these tomes. He's a member of the Twitch chat. We appreciate that. And this is the first W for Foggy. The expansion will be coming up, albeit a bit damaged, and LawLiet needs to think quick how to deal with this.
Thank you, Observer, for pointing this out. There's a counter expansion coming up on the upper left-hand side, and another attack by LawLiet. Maybe with the second try, he's getting it. Town portal is necessary soon. Does he have the timing calculations down? You said it's a big W. I say this is a big L.
Yeah, in the end, the cancel was indeed successful. Foggy trying again. The second attempt might be working out, and LawLiet's buying the time to keep the expo timings comparable. LawLiet's Tree of Life is coming up, but still has a long ways to go. I wonder who's going to be starting mining first. And LawLiet was able to fully heal. He lost a lot of HP, but the moon juice was regenerating for a long time, so he's in healthy fighting shape again. But we have a second hero advantage now on Foggy.
That is correct for the time being. Naga Sea Witch, he played a fantastic Naga against X-Lord already, who is, by the way, out of the tournament after losing to Hippostar 2-0. And now...
Wait. Guys, did you hear that? Hippo 2-0'd X-Lord. Okay, that sounded mean. I didn't want to dunk on X-Lord, but what a great tournament by Hippo. Really excited to see where he is going to go. But we're going to watch the fight now. Both Nagas in trouble, as they oftentimes are, in the middle of the map. And indeed, Foggy's Naga being run down. But we have no boots there on that side. We have boots on Foggy on the other side. And now, boots indeed very fashionable. Naga trying to get away. One more mana burn would deal with her, but she does make the great escape.
Oh, Foggy's Naga, what about her? Nope. No chase anymore. But can he... Oh, okay. I hope it's not turning daytime anytime soon. Archers are falling. That is, for a Night Elf Mirror, quite action-packed, this middle game.
Absolutely. And the Naga up there at the red camp. That Ogre Lord is dangerous, dude. You gotta be careful with that one.
Are you, like, pointing towards a certain clip?
Which clip?
Where I lost 2 heroes at that camp?
Oh, that happened? We should play that later. That sounds like a fun clip. Demon Hunter again trying to get the solo cancel here. Once more, it won't be quite enough damage. And he's going to be taking some hits himself. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's no DP, but there is enough move speed to get out. And it's going to be crucially important here. Will there be enough moon juice for LawLiet to heal up everything? Because guess what? There ain't no bears yet.
If only we had the Chinese overlay, right? Weak. weak production here from the Back to Warcraft team.
Yeah, I love how it also shows how much healing the Unholy Aura has done.
Yep.
Always a very crucial point of information. All right, take a look at the main base. The Demon Hunter is healed, but not fully healed, is he?
And it just turned daytime, so not much regen. Maybe the shop has to hand out some heal potions. Foggy's just storming into LawLiet's base. 92 mana burn.
Naga's asking, where are the drinks?
Exactly, trying to come in to the rescue, but she's in trouble now. Gets the level up, little more HP. It's quite wild.
Yeah, Foggy here having a good timing. The heal potion's the only thing really keeping LawLiet in this game. And remember, there's no boots on the demon. He's not quite as maneuverable as Foggy is right here with his own Naga. And healing is a crucial issue. LawLiet's trying to go for bears. He's got the Hunter's Hall. He wants to go for lures. That's a long tech away. Foggy's got talents coming out any moment, probably.
Man, the amount of pressure by Foggy is threatening. The talents are coming, as you said. The Adept upgrade tier 3 is way faster for Foggy as well. LawLiet seems a bit overwhelmed for now.
Yeah, Foggy with his expansion playstyle, refusal of playing Bear Mirror, perhaps. LawLiet not exactly aware what was going to face him, what was going to hit him. And now this push is hitting hard. Mercs are needed, healing is needed. Lots of things are required here for LawLiet.
Wow, Muddy coming in, Staff, right next to the shop, of course. He needs that Moonstone, a little bit of extra nighttime for the Moonwells to regenerate. The siege continues, and talents are streaming in slowly but steady, and then the focus fire, thanks to Fairy Fire, lots of fire, gets way more explosive.
LawLiet trying to buy the time. He needs the tech, he needs the tier 2 units. But these talents with the Fairy Fire are going to be dangerous. The Berserkers here for LawLiet, also a crucial part of the army. Outside of the Demon Hunter, that's the only thing really threatening. And Foggy is looking for a punish.
No Maulers now, some extra damage against archers. Foggy maybe a little bit too aggressive with these. Hero kills didn't come to fruition. Now it's time to slaughter some mercs and level up. Fork Lightning getting good damage in. Counter Naga is up. That Berserker actually survives. Whoa, okay, quite surprised. But that Mauler is going to town.
Sick collapse by LawLiet. He comes in with all the forces needed to push Foggy back finally, and the talents apparently were just a little bit too late. But there might still be healing advantage on Foggy. His Moonwells should be looking better. Yeah. He's trying to get away with the rest, and we have a Dark Ranger third, by the way.
Love it. Against the talents, Black Arrow plus Silence. That's amazing! Just like the Zap, and all of a sudden the first hero's down, and so is the lead for Foggy.
What happened? This game all of a sudden seems to be swimming away, wasting away. The Demon Hunter was surprisingly squishy there because the items were given over to the Naga earlier. I wonder if Foggy perhaps forgot about that little detail. But anyways, Foggy still has a supply lead. Foggy was nicely ahead before that turnaround happened at the Merc camp. Maybe there is still a bit of a lead with Foggy after all.
I'd say that was a shocking turn of events.
Quite shocking. Plus 20 shock damage. This Naga finding some malignant rings or something like that. As Foggy is continuing to creep. He was able to fully heal, and he's going to get the next big consumable. And this is looking like a pretty scary push. We have skeletons, we have Fairy Fire. Lots of Dispel is needed. Lots of Dryads are needed. LawLiet doesn't quite have the numbers yet, does he?
I love the Demon Hunter by LawLiet now. 3 rings against the Fairy Fire. Also interesting choice going for a Keeper. Nice orb carry, of course, but no solution against the talents then later on, as Foggy has. But there's a good reason for that. The Naga is kind of useless, the Dark Ranger is kind of useless, because LawLiet is not going for talents, he's just adding Dryads.
Double level up there here for Foggy, not bad, 4 and 2. The consumables are a massive deal, and LawLiet having found the big healing potion is absolutely perfect. But triple, I repeat, triple heal scroll on Foggy. This might be enough to brute force the way through. If LawLiet holds here, he should have the lead. Okay, nice detonate here. It's about to turn nighttime for extra regen. He absolutely needs that. Wisp detonates like he did against Orc when the DreamHack started. Detonating, draining the mana, trying to hold on, trying to survive till reinforcements arrive. The strongest part of the army, the Demon Hunter, is being disabled for a long time. Cycloning up in the air, but it's a matter of mana. And now the mana's gone on the Talons. Demon Hunter now has to face off against his, mirror image, I suppose, on the other side. Both demons ready to duke it out. It's nighttime now. Moonwell region is kicking in. We also have Wellspring. LawLiet on a tightrope. Looking better and better, though, as nighttime falls. There was a lot of repair necessary, also a lot of wisps necessary, but Foggy's Mauler about to kick in, and that Demon Hunter is just tanking so much damage. He got the big heal potion still, the info potion still. Like, how much damage do you have to throw at this first hero to finally get him? It's infinite amount of EHP. Yeah, he's tanking so much, it is kind of absurd. And now LawLiet may have enough to break through finally. He's got the numbers, he's got the range, he's got the damage, and still the demon in fighting shape. Keeper also levels up, he was dropping kind of low, but now there's the Moon Juice still to be relied upon. The Wellspring here is doing so much, and I think LawLiet has done it, has held, and now a big advantage on his side.
How do you tackle this Demon Hunter? How do you tackle the Dryads? The Talons can't attack them. You can't really go too far because the Keeper is creating distance with Entangle once again. Little bunny block there, run to the shop, who gets it? Heal scroll number 4 for Foggy. The other 3 are all gone already.
Talon numbers still looking decent, but of course they can't attack the Dryads. It's all about cycling the Demon Hunter as much as possible. Trying now, perhaps even with a surround against Immolation. Looks a bit painful. And there's also a staff.
Uh-oh, these heroes here. Demon Hunter on Foggy's side, Naga on Foggy's side. That's the last bit of healing he got. Demon Hunter stands in the middle of Foggy's army, but he doesn't even bother. He can tank the world or is spinning high up in the air. Naga staffed out. Where's the damage now?
Demon Hunter entangled, staff not ready at the moment. Demon Hunter will go down, and this might be the end. Foggy loses his opportunity to keep the push running. With the hero dead, it seems pretty much hopeless. Foggy's not giving this one up yet. He's going to try to evacuate, get home with a TP, and lick his wounds.
You want to avoid that lower bracket at all cost. You're 2 maps away from the semi-final. But LawLiet turned this game around with the hero kill in the middle, and now the great hold on the upper right that started like 3 minutes ago or something. That fight lasted forever, including a lot of consumables. Now Foggy, 10 food down, no consumables anymore, and LawLiet is getting just stronger and stronger.
Yeah, looking at these hero levels specifically, absolutely tremendous what they will be able to bring to the table. Trying to get the next big item here as well. LawLiet is also sort of close to 3 level ups if he finds a bit more XP. Yet more agi, yet more armor for this demon who is still such a difficult piece to bring down.
How do you turn this game around? How can you turn this ship around, Remo?
Yeah, whenever you're behind with Talons against Dryads, you know you're not in a good spot. Dryads, though, can sometimes have a weird late-game counter with archers, maybe?
Fairy dragons, I'd say.
Marksmanship archers, or fairies. Yeah, that is definitely the better idea. That is truly the better idea. We've seen that before.
Am I coaching Coach Remo now? God damn.
Yeah,
I'm nailing this.
I indeed took off the jacket, so I guess some coaching powers left me.
So the brain is in the jacket, is what you're saying.
It's getting too hot. I've been getting cooked.
Hot games, hot crowd. It's all right. And there's silence when I say that.
I was thinking of hot coffee. And Leon, I wonder how he's going to be doing
dude.
There. Yeah, I know.
I'm rocking the hot coffee shirt. Red spot. Foggy needs an amazing item. Of course, Katka's pipe would be the best if we're playing Talons, but man, these Ogre Lords, they don't obey today.
Yeah, hopefully he's gonna come back for round 2. Foggy needs something to go his way. He's finally gonna have his Demon Hunter return. And we are seeing more archers, by the way. Foggy again going for the scrolls. He's been getting a lot of those, but those have not exactly been leading to victory. Naga 3, great item. Ancient Django. But LawLiet already at 80. We got the MGs on the way, the upgrades as well. Super strong heroes.
Yeah, I raised the question, how do you beat these Dryads? How can you ever even touch these mountain giants? 1600 HP, normal armor, and you got magic damage and some piercing archers? They're never gonna fall, except if you throw all the hero damage with the 2 orbs onto them. But still, it takes forever. And that is all free range for the heroes, for the Dryads, and this is not looking good for Foggy.
Moonwell falls. It's gonna also add a supply block to the troubles of Foggy. And LawLiet now very ready to fight. Surprisingly, didn't bring a heal scroll. Perhaps it was out of stock, but he's looking confident, looking very confident.
It's all about the heroes. He got 2 invo potions, he got the mana shield on the Naga. Let these orbs win the game. MG equals GG. The German Moon Kevin said it long ago, and LawLiet obviously listening to that. Demon Hunter pretty much out of the fight. Dryads marching forward. He could use a heal scroll now, though.
Yeah, the Entangle, by the way, the Demon Hunter is being locked down by that so much. The level 2 Entangle from the Keeper is looking so effective. A beautiful heal ward in the back. Didn't stand long though, was taken out. And we have a lot of units dying on both sides. The heroes so far, largely untouched, except for the 1 Demon Hunter. Heal scroll comes in as well. That was the last heal scroll by Foggy. Can he still hope to hold on? I don't think so. More right clicks. There's an invul to save him last second. Demon Hunter in trouble as well. Heal potion will keep him alive for the time being. Now we try to pick up the heroes one by one. The Dark Ranger was the most disappointing appearance so far. Has also got to bite the bullet. And that is the 1-0 lead for LawLiet after a super stressful hold and a very well done one.
Right on, man. LawLiet plowing through the online qualifier in the Korean region and now plowing through the winner bracket here as well. And mentally so stable, this fortitude that he's displayed there. He was under pressure a lot the entire game. The timing pushes by Foggy just keep coming in, but he never lost his cool. Held once, held twice, got the expansion at the bottom right-hand side in the second try, and then it was his game.
Yeah, I think the crucial moment really was when Foggy was first pushing with that Fairy Fire timing, or shortly before Fairy Fire into the main base. That was scary, dude.
Yeah.
You're staring down the enemy army. It's basically only the Demon Hunter there holding on. Next to the shop, you have to use Moonstone, you have to use Staff. You know, if you bring in the Naga and the Archers, they're all gonna die. It's gonna be a massacre. So you had to buy time, wait for daytime, go for the Merc Camp, and then collapse, and then find the targets. Great micro there as well, by the way, using the right slow on the right target with Muddy. And I think Foggy there bungling the focus a bit. He was targeting the enemy Naga and the Demon Hunter a lot, and that really didn't lead to anything. He could have gotten kills instead, either on the Mud Golem or on the Mauler, or of course on the Archers, which are always frail. Foggy there perhaps a bit frustrated with not being able to close it out earlier, but yeah, LawLiet just expertly done. That was a lot of experience shining through as well, and LawLiet shows it's not going to be caught off guard so easily.
I mean, you are not a vice champion of DreamHack and RaRaLand for nothing. He knows how to play this game, and of course that little blunder by Foggy in the mid-game, losing a Demon Hunter, unacceptable.
Yeah, that especially when you're trying to go for a push timing, trying to win the game sooner rather than later, as the Dryden MGs would be taking over later. You can't really afford to do that. When you got the triple heal scroll, you're like, all right, you know, that can make up for a lot. Triple heal scroll, healing up to 1,000 HP plus, possibly even way more, can still get you across the edge, but LawLiet didn't allow it. Just really well done. Also, thinking back to the early game, when he got the expansion cancelled, buying time for himself, not sweating it, going for the counter expansion, always keeping the game even, making sure he doesn't fall too far behind, just enough.
So, map 2 is coming up in a bit. Is it time to play the same strat again, or do you want to mix it up and go Bears this time?
I think I don't actually remember when I saw Foggy play Bears last.
Right?
To be honest.
I think he never did.
If we had AZ in the pool, which thank God we do not.
You're welcome, Mr. Remo Demo.
Screw AZ.
Delete AZ. We got the Warcraft champions people here.
Helpstone, where you at?
I bribed them already at the bar yesterday, Remo. Don't you worry.
For a good cause.
For a good cause. We all know it. Yeah, I don't know. Like Foggy back in the day at Jera Cup days, he already there he hated the Bear Mirror, right? He went so far and played Mass Fairy Dragons back then just to avoid Bear Mirror. And he's like a man of the people, right? He knows people don't like Bear Mirror. Foggy doesn't play Bear Mirror.
And I am 100% in agreement. Would love to see a different strat there, and I think the bigger map's going to be favoring Foggy more. He loves playing the hit and run, he loves being hard to predict, he loves expanding. That all goes very well with big maps. Perhaps Titaners could come into play, perhaps, of course, Twisted Meadows could come into play, which there has been a clear lack of so far this tournament.
Yeah.
We've been seeing very little of Twisted.
We were a little behind the schedule. Maybe the admin said that's not possible, the games are just too long.
That's why we had all those 2-0s. We were getting hurried along.
A little bit. That was also the very first map of Happy versus Focus. We're like, okay, guys, get over with it. We have to catch up a little bit.
That was a pretty quick one. Yep. Gave us more time to check out our amazing sponsors, LeadDesk, and Kuchenmeister, with also the Hit the Koala Challenge. You know, many of our wonderful viewers have done it already. And some. Did you see the 9 out of 10 Kuchenmeister Challenge, by the way?
Insane,
that was
dude.
crazy. I also tried. I almost did as well. Almost did as well as 9 out of 10. But you still have to do it.
I'm a very busy guy, Mr. Remo Demo. I don't know if I can find the time.
For Kuchenmeister, I think you can.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm more a guy for the final day, for the main event.
Tomorrow is the final day.
Tomorrow is the final day.
All right. Tomorrow's the final day.
But who's partnering up with me? I need a partner.
We need a teammate.
Yeah, I need a teammate. Who could possibly be by my side?
LawLiet.
Oh, I was looking at you, obviously.
I already did it.
If LawLiet wins, I'm teaming up with him. And
that's a deal.
We are ready to go into map 2. It's match points for LawLiet for the playoffs. There we go, everybody. Can Foggy stop the Korean Night Elf machine? We are indeed, as if you were the prophet, on Twisted Meadows.
Yes, and that's a map that I'm very fond of, and so are many of us.
Can we get a round of applause for the best map of all time for Twisted Meadows? There we go. You think Amazonia would have gotten a single clap? Absolutely not.
Would have gotten boos, deservedly so.
Right on.
And guess what we also have? We have the bottom with an instant harass. LawLiet here perhaps, biting it off a bit more than he can chew, getting harassed right away. This could be scary with the creep. But look at those Demon Hunter items already.
Oh my god.
Welthalas and Circlet. Boy, is that a start.
Where? Oh, he went to the shop, of course. That's where the boots are. So yeah, the bottom looks at the inventory and thinks, maybe that's not my time. Maybe that's not my place.
Yeah, of course, can absolutely not fight this Demon Hunter one-on-one, but he can keep the Demon busy. Threaten the archers, threaten the creep, threaten the wisps, and Foggy's going to try to play a very disruptive game. He is going to be massing up some Huntresses, but then what?
Yeah.
Could be expansions, could be pushes, could perhaps even be glaives. You don't quite know with Foggy. And the Demon Hunter will be the linchpin trying to counteract all of it. So the level progress of the Demon Hunter on the LawLiet side is going to be crucially important. This is what Foggy is going to try to mess with.
Can LawLiet scout this in time and react properly? We'll see about that. The Demon Hunter can stop all the pushes single-handedly. He's checking already. Of course, on a big map like this, the timing push that Foggy is working on will take some time.
The pull.
Creeps, follow me. Okay, a little bribe here, and with joint forces onto this Engine of War.
Ancient of War didn't attack the creeps. That was very important. So the Ancient of War didn't aggro the creeps, but could rather hit the demon, so they fall back. So looked scary for just a second there, but the Ancient of War is up. LawLiet knows we're going to have double hunt production. That is pretty much a given anyways with the bottom. But yeah, now still fighting on, having reached that level 2. Doesn't have mana burn, but rather evasion and immolation, which I actually like quite a bit.
Okay. There is a second Engine of War coming by LawLiet. Again, Foggy still needs quite a bit of time. We don't have True Shot yet. The first Huntress are only trickling in now. And then the question is, do you creep yourself for the True Shot, or do you want to harass LawLiet and keep the Demon Hunter low?
Yeah, perhaps he can get the best of both worlds. He could take LawLiet's camps away from his side, for example, especially the small green, easy to get, and the bigger green next to the main, once you have a couple of hunts, I think also doable. So for that reason, opening-wise, I think this is a pretty nice map for the bottom, because normally the Demon Hunter should never, ever be allowed to get more than 2 camps. But here we see the big map coming into LawLiet's favor. This one is hard to predict. Right now, LawLiet knows if he sends the archers out on the map, they might be getting caught easily, so scouting, not so easy for the Korean.
Stressful, but of course they've played on Twisted a long time, and everybody knows that Foggy is an apprentice of Moon, and everyone knows what Moon is doing on this map, so you can't just abstract that Foggy is going to do the very same thing, and that LawLiet definitely knows how to counter.
And Demon Hunter, by the way, was able to sneak in one more green camp. Maybe a tiny mistake by Foggy, not there punishing that instantly when he perhaps could have, but it's still a level 3 demon, so it's not that bad, I suppose. What is bad is these items for the bottom. On the demon, rings are great. On the bottom, rings are not welcome.
Not really. I mean, it always helps a little bit if you got a Demon Hunter on your heels, but ideally, you want to be out of range anyway. This Demon Hunter is still a beast, even on level 2. Add some damage with immolation, and the bottom got to run.
Yeah, double circlet and ring, and Boots of Quel'Thalas is pretty scary. And I can also play fairly free at the moment. He knows he's not getting pushed. He knows he's not getting all in. He saw the expansion. So just like map 1, he says, all right, you want to play 2 base? Let's play 2 base. Getting ready for his own expo.
Alrighty. Ultra Vision coming. That will please you, I guess. Also improve both for some more range. And man, Foggy's... I mean, there's no real timing for Foggy coming, as he has that expansion, which still needs to be creeped, though. So at some point, Foggy has to retreat.
Would love to find some archer kills first. You can see the damage starting to stack up with the Podamora, and soon more upgrades on the Huntresses. And of course that normal damage is also pretty good against the Demon, who only knows 1 target so far. This Demon Hunter is quite fixated on this Podam.
Yeah, maybe someone should call someone. It's a little sketchy right now how obsessed he is with the lady. Archer position looks good. Huntress are losing HP. Archers can always heal up. Oh, things are getting a little dangerous now with the Searing Arrow. But yeah, this will cost a lot of moon juice on both sides.
Yeah, I think this was perhaps the primary attempt here by LawLiet trying to trade Moon Juice. In fact, I would say it cost Foggy way more Moon Juice with how many of his Huntresses were hurt. Of course, Demon also needed to recover mana, but yeah, he was so tanky, dude. So much armor. All right, seems like it's now time for the expansion. Big decision for LawLiet to be made. Is he going to run across the map with a slow archer army trying to punish her? If he does, it's going to be a lot of archers far out in the open.
Whew. Okay, both still need a lot of time. This game should be far from over. I might cast a curse this now and the game ends soon, but we'll see about that. I got an idea that it should take a few minutes more. Wisps are coming in, needs a little bit of repair. That is a lot of damage. Oh, can you get these hits in like these guys get the koalas in? I hope so. Bottom in trouble, gets an item! And he loses it! No TP! The crystal ball obviously didn't help, but how can he lose the TP? He might even lose the expo and the game! The curse is real!
Oh goodness, the Demon Hunter with a few more swipes. The items are insane, the damage is amazing. The Demon Hunter might just have enough.
No!
Gets that one! The Naga dies, 2 heroes dead, but the Demon has enough, and the expansion falls for Foggy. And not only that, of course, LawLiet has his own. And LawLiet has calculated just right. The expansion creepjack was just in time. And Foggy was just derping with his bottom a bit. She was just there getting blocked by her own units.
I mean, if you portal, then you lose the TP as well. If you don't portal, you lose the hero and the TP. It's not looking good regardless. And LawLiet, man, this is looking pretty good despite the hero loss. Naga is back in his sack. Demon Hunter will never fall. His own expansion is about to be up. He can just retreat and wait for whatever Foggy is coming up with.
Yeah, this raid boss Demon has been looking utterly impressive. These Quel'Thala's boots have gone a long way, to be honest. I'm sure LawLiet was very glad to find those at the start, but of course also tremendous play by LawLiet. Seems like the game sense here is working out perfectly. Every step makes sense. Everything is the right next move, and Foggy just a little behind there. I wonder if the bottom had been positioned better. He could have been able to hold there. And look at the Demon, still causing more issues.
Absolutely. There might have been a chance to lame a little bit with glaives, put them in the Zeppelin, you know, go behind the trees, kill the entangled gold mine, but LawLiet figures it out immediately. He doesn't need the Demon Hunter for this creep spot. He's taking care that he sees everything that Foggy is doing right now. Nothing can surprise him anymore.
There is perhaps one timing still left. With a 50 supply, with a big push, with some scrolls, Foggy has now completely changed course. He was thinking about expansions earlier. Now it's about an all-in. We got the APs coming. In fact, APs on both sides.
It's amazing, man. Of course, LawLiet is on tier 2 already, unlike Foggy. So that's a lot of consumables here. Gets all the scrolls and the invo potion absolutely necessary because he couldn't bring a heal potion from his own base. LawLiet has access to that once again. Hunts are flanking here, but of course against Dryad they aren't that great. And these glaives, they are the backbone of the push. And the first one is down. Focus switch to the AP is done. Need a TP soon. Living on the edge, but that's 2 cancels. Probably the Naga falls. Hola! Is this push still alive?
Oh, I think it is. The second AP actually finished just barely. Will have to be repaired now. The Demon was able to stay in there for a long time, but all of a sudden this is looking doable, I guess. Healing, healing, healing is what it's all about. And the Demon is still far from fully healed.
Not building the Naga back. Only has the resources now. Gotta click that button quick. 10 food down. Ancient of War can maybe buy some time, but it's 70 seconds for the Naga to be back. Usually you need that control.
Demon's still looking mighty tanky with a 12 armor, but he's not unkillable. Not by this many Huntresses. Backed up, of course, by Scrolls. There's one heal scroll still there, also an invul, the Demon Hunter charging forward. But these APs coming into position, they're gonna eviscerate the Dryads.
Oh boy, yep, that is correct. They're falling one after the next. 40 food only. LawLiet has to hold on. This expansion has to pay off, but all I hear is death Dryads.
Dude, this is shocking how good this is working.
Yeah.
The first game plan completely failed.
Yeah.
Utter catastrophe, disaster, and tragedy. And suddenly this push is probably gonna win the game.
Dude, these Dryads, what the hell? They're all gonna fall. Bottom is level 4. LawLiet shaking his head there a little bit. Foggy. So desperate, but man, desperation might lead to game 3. Always good to have a plan B, apparently.
Yeah, Oh, and the Naga! That is not the right neighborhood for you! Oh, she has not been having a good time.
Oh,
This is not a fun day for the Naga.
I know that LawLiet is off-racing as human, but man, getting blocked in that spot, not good. Amazing comeback for Foggy. I thought that all hope was lost, but obviously the magician found a way. Foggy Houdini.
Lose your hero, lose your expansion, lose all of Plan A, excuse me, and then win the game.
Just Night of Things, bro.
Was it me?
No. You know, living the meme.
This is one of the most confusing games I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
This is very weird. LawLiet is not giving up yet. He has an expansion. He's trying to rebuild, and he has a strong Demon Hunter.
Yeah, he lost the tech, of course. He lost the second source of income. Foggy might be able to expand. He's actually a little short on lumber, as you said as well. Can you survive on that expo when you have to rebuild everything?
Yeah, it's going to be hard here to hold over there. The Huntress is pushing on. It's going to have to be the Demon Hunter defending. He's the only really strong thing that Foggy has. For another great item, by the way. Slippers, even more agi, even more damage. But it's all up to the Demon.
Yeah, no TP. Only an Invo Potion. That's 7 seconds, and then she's prey again. Can he reach? The boots are amazing. Is there a way out for the bottom? Doesn't look like it. I'm looking for a Zeppelin or something, but no, all you need is to maneuver the way Foggy does into safety. And there was a little bit of a Hail Mary, I feel, but it buys LawLiet time for this expo to gather a little gold.
The Glaives now made their way to the tree. That's a lot of damage. Last Agent of Lore taken out. Foggy expanding again. In fact, LawLiet is also expanding, but LawLiet seems to be losing way more at this rate. And this Naga, I doubt she's coming back either.
And the Demon Hunter is not close to a super crazy level, like Metamorphosis is far away. Cheeky LawLiet expanding there in the upper right-hand side, also rebuilding all across the map. LawLiet has FFA experience, and this is where it shines.
Demon Hunter still hurt, trying desperately to heal, but he's gonna give it up now! The game is over! GG in the sickest comeback so far in RaRaLand.
I guess so, man. Foggy is not giving this up without a fight. If you look at that lower bracket of the group, well, then it's kind of obvious why you fight to the last one. On ladder, you just GG out, Alt QQ, go next. Not here at RaRaLand, everybody. You try everything, and if there's a third possible push, you would try that as well. Great comeback by Foggy.
Yeah, pretty wild. Goes to show that sometimes you can find strengths where you didn't expect any. It seemed like it was about the expansion. It seemed like it was about the bottom, but that wasn't everything. The Huntress count wasn't touched basically at all that whole game, and Foggy found himself with a decent supply advantage, 10 supply or so, and getting those 2 scrolls. Oh, were those important.
Yeah.
If those had gone to LawLiet on the other side, probably would have been a different story. But yeah, also shows the willingness of Foggy to quickly change gears if necessary, and then have the best idea of how to still possibly win the game.
Yeah, man. And now he got the momentum. Like, if you're with 1.5 foot out of the winner bracket, and then you are able to turn it around, must feel good. I never had that experience. I just always lose first round. But he got the momentum now. LawLiet might be thinking like, why? How? What happened? What did I do? Where did it go wrong?
This game felt really weird.
Yeah.
Like the Demon Hunter was absolutely owning everything at the start, and suddenly there's 10 hunts in your base, and I suppose it kind of came down to healing. Maybe overextended a bit, maybe didn't get a shop up enough quickly, maybe didn't get enough potions. But yeah, once the Moonjuice was gone and he couldn't heal anymore, that's when the main base crumbled and everything fell apart then. The big question is now for the map 3 decider. Thank God, by the way, we finally have a map 3.
Yes.
It's been way too many 2-0s over here.
Yes. Shout out to map 3.
Yeah. What's the map going to be? And is it going to be suitable for a Potom or for an expansion playstyle?
Yeah.
If it's something like AZ, of course we don't have AZ, but a small map, I think, wouldn't favor him too much. We just were informed. It's Northern Isles, which is like a medium-ish sized map. For many Night Elves out there, it's very popular to play Bear Mirror here. Foggy, however, not one of them.
I would think hunts are possible. You can open up the lab real quick. We might see some Zeppelin shenanigans. These guys have played Glaive Mirror against each other back in the day, and also not too long ago, I think. And that's just amazing, Microman. Use the Zeppelin, pick him up, ding, 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 put him down. It's amazing. I love. That's my favorite kind of mirror.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of different options here available to Foggy as well. He showed the Demon Hunter expansion, he showed the Potom expansion, well, attempted expansion, we should say. And especially on Northern Isles, an instant expansion creep can open up quite a few options for you. But that would limit him to a demon. You don't really do that with a Potom normally. Potom? That was my American coming through. Beto is influencing me right away. That can only lead to good things.
That's not good. Please behave. I don't. Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, I'm curious if we might see something very unusual, like Demon Hunter Pit Lord, Potom Pit Lord. Pit Lord has been on the rise in Night of Mirror in many regions and many MMR ranges. So maybe it's his time to shine.
That would be pretty cool. We saw this tournament by Scars, right?
Yes, we did.
One game, yeah. Pit Lord, hero that's always fascinating on paper. Like, the ability of Cleave, the potential that it has,
yes,
just to do like 300 damage per hit.
Yeah.
It sounds so insane. It sounds like it has to be broken.
To me, it sounds about right.
But it's not really broken. Like, it works out mostly. We used to have a fun little time when we had plus 10 damage on the human orb, and they would build 6 shops.
That was a great idea.
Plus 60 damage on the Pit Lord. I still think that wasn't too bad.
Okay,
yeah.
I think we should put plus 10 damage on the undead orb. How about that?
That would be
great.
Way too strong.
Great.
Yeah, but it's
great. Don't listen to this. Great.
How much damage is the orb right now?
5.
Is it 5? Is it 7? No, it's 5, right?
5.
It's 5, and it's cheap, and we haven't seen too many yet. No orb there in the second map. We might get ready, or we might soon see one on tier 3 if we get there for map 3. We've already told you it's going to be Northern Isles. Yet to see what strategies will reveal themselves. I wonder also if here this favors Foggy a bit. He can be the one dictating where the game goes. LawLiet's scouting needs to continue to be great. So far it has been. Still crazy that map 2 turned around in such a way. Even the Whisk Scout was perfect. Like, he saw it basically instantly.
He also got a glaive thrower in transit. It was also awesome, but yeah. LawLiet has been there before, today actually. He was in a winner bracket semifinal versus Dice. Was also 2-1, very, very close. There he won the first one, then it's 1-1, and he succeeded. So this was, of course, Foggy's loser's choice, the last map. That is the map that suits his playstyle the most. And the upcoming map is LawLiet's loser's pick. So that should be the map that suits him the most.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, especially against Foggy, he wouldn't mind going into a Bear Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
With Foggy having little experience there. We're going to have a little bathroom break, it seems like, before we're going to be returning. Should be ready before too long. A lot of time here to consider. And we've seen Foggy get very creative on this map before.
Yeah.
Like, Red Cam, shenanigans. You mentioned the Zeppelin before. There's fancy timings to go for in the middle. If you go for a certain Archer Flood, you can also secure property there. And there's certainly a lot of things to tinker with. Foggy was very impressively able to rely on tried and true old strategies against X-Lord. He looked absolutely amazing.
Alrighty. I didn't understand what our dear production is trying to tell us. Did you understand that?
Maybe highlights from last game.
From the last game. Okay, let's look at some highlights from the last game.
Yeah, that was the crucial loss, I suppose, of map 1. The Demon Hunter going down there. I wonder if he really thought he had more HP because he didn't have the item anymore on him. And then we saw a lot of Cyclone, but apparently not enough in the end. I was quite impressed with how good the Keeper looked. That level 2 entangle on the enemy Demon when there's no Dispel. It seems like every second of uptime for the Demon Hunter is such a big deal. And when you can limit his effectiveness, we saw White Dark Ranger, by the way. This Dark Ranger did like nothing.
He thought that LawLiet would be going into Talons as well. And then Dark Ranger is, of course, amazing with Silence and Black Arrow. But LawLiet was probably already building a Hunter's Hall and kind of fooled.
It also helps a bit with creeping. Creeping more into camps, doing this fast, taking a lot of damage, then attacking with skeletons. Can also be really strong, but against Dryads, obviously, is not going to be of much help.
Yeah, and this is so weird, man. How are there 3 APs all of a sudden? How did that work? I mean, the Demon Hunter was kinda low, but not that low. And man, the Potom just on a rampage, getting 1 kill after the next. Good stutter stepping there as well. What a great day for her.
Yeah, well, certainly a showcase that the Potom can be really strong in the right moment. But I've been impressed with other players like Colorful in the past because he is a great player.
Yeah. He just has to work on his macro decision-making, creep routes, timings, multitasking. I'm struggling now.
I think you got 7.
7.
That's pretty good, though. Yeah. Some players like Colorful, for example, to not only meme, are really, really strong at perfectly defending the Potom push, but the point I was trying to make is, even in a weird game like this, when you make 1 or 2 mistakes or one big one, this can still work.
Yep.
This can still be deadly. You need to be really precise and make sure nothing gets out of hand. And yeah, there's certainly a bit of an execution advantage on the bottom in some regards. You can make some mistakes, fall behind, be in a bad spot, but if you get that one push timing right, the game can end right there. Foggy was able to pull the rabbit out of the hat there, so to speak. And yeah, I'm going to be curious what other tricks we have in store. You have sold me on the Pit Lord now. I'm thirsting for the Pit Lord. Would love to see a bit more of him.
What's your favorite Pit Lord name? There's only one right answer to me. You know that.
I think I only know the name from you.
Yeah.
Groganosh or something like that?
No, dude. What the hell? You never listen to my cast, do you?
I do.
It's of course the almighty Asgalore.
Asgalore.
Yeah.
Wait, but there's also a Groganosh, no?
There is a Gorganosh.
And there's a Brutilus, I believe.
Yep.
And I think Toxie told me that the Pit Lord is the hero with the most names, even.
That might be correct. I trust Toxie when he says something because Toxie is one of the greatest.
Yeah, we were thinking about casting together. He told me that he wanted to drop a wait a minute on me. But that will have to wait still. Like, we're still having to wait
a little bit
for our next map to start.
But Foggy's back.
Foggy is back.
Yep. Reporting from the scene. I hear from our lovely producer that we will start the game in less than 30 seconds.
That's right. The pressure's on. The upper bracket is still raging. The good thing for both players is there's going to be a chance in the lower bracket, but wouldn't you just love to cruise through here in the upper bracket and have to deal with the plebs down in the lowers?
The plebs! You say, have you looked into this group, dude? There's no plebs in this group, but it's so convenient. You can rest earlier and longer because you'll finish faster and start later. And now we talked a lot and too much, and we want more Warcraft. There we go. Dortmund wants to cheer. All right. As we have one last game, I want to hear you one more time. In the bottom left-hand side, fighting for the semi-final, representing Phantom Aces. Give it up for LawLiet. And fighting against all odds on map 2, just barely staying alive, punching for the semi-final now, is Foggy. Well done, Dortmund.
And my, do my eyes deceive me? It is a keeper first for LawLiet. That might be a hard read, might be a hard misread. It's hard. It's impossible for us to know exactly what the thinking here is, but oftentimes, for other Night Elves, the thinking is, okay, if I believe you to go for a bottom, I'm going to go for a keeper to be able to snipe one hunters by one with my archers and make your bottom push a lot less dangerous. And of course, the glaringly obvious thing here is, keeper needs the mana, the demon burns the mana. That hurts.
You know what, my friend? This is the setup. That's the setup for the Pit Lord second. You play the keeper first, you create some space, you grab up some items, and then you put the Pit Lord second, and he's going to carry to the late game.
I would love to see that.
I'm the prophet, dude. It's going to be exactly that way.
Yeah, I used to see, especially on this map actually, some of that strategy in the past, but when I saw it, it was mainly Bear Mirror, where also there's a static front line, the Pit Lord can keep cleaving away. But
unfortunate. Are we in Dortmund or are we in Anaheim, Remo?
Well, it happened only 3 minutes in, so we are blessed in that way.
Absolutely. Totally blessed that we have a chance to start the game anew.
Yeah, we had a desync right there, guys. That is an error in the different versions of the games between the clients, so that sometimes happens. And happened to Foggy, I believe it was.
Yep.
So we're going to have to restart. All right.
More quality time with Neo and Remo. People will enjoy that.
I think so too. People have been enjoying RaRaLand quite a bit, haven't they?
They could do better, in my opinion.
Try it.
Try? You enjoy RaRaLand so far? Better.
Correct.
Still not 100% satisfied, but they have a day to learn for Championship Sunday.
Hell yeah. It's going to get hotter and hotter in this tournament. We're getting closer to the best players. Players have been starting to get eliminated. Should we look up? No, that's let's do that later. Who has been eliminated so far? You're staring at me like...
Well, for people who did not listen earlier, we might have to report from the playing field that X-Lord has been eliminated by Hipposaur 2-0. And I think that is, next to Tetsta eliminating Razormoon yesterday, the biggest surprise of the tournament.
Yeah, this is also by far the sickest run that Hippo has ever had in anything. I wonder how far he can go. Like, I was talking about it yesterday on the couch, and I would love for him that insane dark horse that gets to go super far. What a great story this is for Hippo. How amazing this must feel for him as well. Would love for him to go even further, but the competition is stiff and things ain't getting easier.
Right. We have a couple more matches here, of course. You know what my kind of dream is for tomorrow, what never happened before? We never had a LawLiet at a Warcraft event. I kind of want that, and I think the people can do it later.
Yeah, I think so too. This is the time to do it. We had a lot of people streaming here into the venue early on already. When we were casting the Happy Game, for example, it was packed, very packed indeed. All right, folks, we're ready now, finally, for map number 3. Let's jump in.
There we go, everybody. And now let's see if the hero choices stay the same.
We have same spawning positions. Foggy again, the top right. Going again for the Ancient of War creep opening at the natural. But LawLiet changing things up, isn't he?
He absolutely is. Demon Hunter, no keeper, no more. Okay, doesn't feel it anymore. And let's see, it's gonna be a mirror match, but the creep routes are already different. Very conservative route by LawLiet, I'd say.
Yeah, this means that he could pick up the item at the green camp right away and then keep moving north with the Demon Hunter, either to harass or to keep creeping the green, if he doesn't assume that it's going to be worth it enough. But Foggy wants to clear out the natural right away, have the option open of expanding. This seems to have been the standout feature here of Foggy's play, wants to be able to expand at the right opportunity.
LawLiet already scouting, parking a Wisp in the north to see what's going on. Creeping starts, Demon Hunters are about to pop out. For Foggy, this will be level 2, of course. LawLiet still has to work a little bit more, but it's also a lot about items. Whoever gets the best items can be the aggressor in this match.
And there's a lot of great ones here. Ring of Regen and the Claws of Attack, the best, but even Ring +5 is really good. And of course, this is the patch of the ring. So many camps where they can drop from. LawLiet got the first one already. How lucky is Foggy gonna be here? Claws +8, all right, that's a good one.
Ooh, not bad at all. More damage, always more good. We have an interesting choice by LawLiet, going for evasion first versus immolation. So LawLiet is definitely gonna be creeping slower.
Yeah, a lot slower, isn't he? This is taking a while. He's gonna have a strong late game build with the burn and the evasion. And again, the scout is there. LawLiet knows what he needs to look for, knows an expansion is a possibility, but so far, there's none of that. We have a tech starting on both sides, and it's looking quite mirrored.
So I'm really happy that LawLiet finds these items and also going for evasion. When he was exposed to a mass range strategy in the War3 Champions Finals for Cini quite some time ago, he got obliterated due to hero focus. So with evasion first, he can obviously tank a lot more than his opponent, because Foggy is going immolation and then mana burn, and evasion will be a lot later down the road. So far LawLiet again, the aggressor, and will scout that the upper left-hand side is free.
Indeed. No expansion here, not yet. Could still come at a later time, as the tier 2 is in progress. And guess what? Actually, it's LawLiet now who's leading the charge, and he's gonna be the first one with the tree.
Sneaky, sneaky. Not even an unusual position, trying to trick someone. Just straight up. All right, let's get a lot of gold.
Are both gonna skip the Hunter's Home?
Mass range mirror.
That'll be kind of fun. Lots of archers, lots of Ancients of War, like back in the day. Well, Ancients of War, unlikely. They are a lot weaker than they used to be back then. But creeping continues, and Foggy's gonna have a nicely timed quick level 3 over here.
Ooh, I like the sentry wards by LawLiet, so much vision, but Foggy can actually counter that as he gets the same item. And Foggy is setting up for a defense, but I feel like LawLiet is playing this a little more conservative than before and a little safer.
Yeah, and also,
Ooh. Hunter's Hall now.
Yeah, okay. It's going for Thunder's Hall again. So it's looking fairly similar to map number 1 without the attempted expansion cancel. This is the notable difference here. It was Foggy who got the staff, Foggy who got the boots. He wants to control the map now. And with LawLiet here busy creeping still, it does appear that both expansions should be coming up.
Okay, more experience here. We're cruising on to level 3 for LawLiet. Foggy is there already. And so far, so calm and collected, but I think it's fair to say that we are not running into a bear mirror. Foggy is sticking with the guns, got a lot of archers, will stay with the range. Scouts it now. Did he see the Tree of Life, actually?
I don't believe he was in range. Oh, Hunter's Hall getting caught.
Oh, that's a big one here. That blocks the tech tree for lures. This is, of course, what you want, but the wisps are there.
Ooh,
I
okay.
guess this is safe?
Yeah, it should be. With the claws +8, it was scary, but Foggy quickly does the math and realizes, okay, this will not be enough. But here comes the Naga. That is the pressure still up.
Our vice champion is struggling a little bit under so much pressure. And let's not forget, whoever loses here, if you still reach the semifinal, you should be facing Happy then there, which is brutal. So you really, really, really want to win this.
And since there's no...
The ward!
Oh, yeah, the ward revealing the archers getting dispelled by the wisp. That was cool.
Wow! Foggy was so good in the online qualifier, but who would have thought that he can carry this here to Dortmund and perform so well here?
The Naga was late. LawLiet not having the second hero made things really difficult for him, but here she finally is, and that should be the main base. Stabilizing. But pressure was supplied, and lots of moon juice was drained. If Foggy again goes for a follow-up attack, this could be scary.
Foggy, don't lose your Demon Hunter this time. There's only a staff, no TP. No, not enough right-click damage on LawLiet, but the pressure finally seems to be over. Naga, though, on the right-hand side, some arrows towards the Entangled Goldmine, but not nearly enough. LawLiet weathering the storm again.
The expansion timing, pretty much perfectly on par between the two. Nighttime soon over. This is something that the Night Elves aren't very fond of. Night Elves not really morning people, are they? Perhaps that's why them and I are so different.
I should play Night Elf then, maybe. We need more Night Elf players on the ladder.
You have the right micro for it. Oh, archers meeting in the middle. Now it's a Naga for Foggy, missing. No cold arrow right here. Nighttime about to end. A bit of Shadow Meld apparently still active. But the healing for LawLiet is a problem. Does he have enough juice at home? I don't know. Oh, the shop, by the way. Is that shop late? It's only coming now.
Looks like it, but so far LawLiet has been later with everything. With the tech, with the expansion, now with the shop as well. Foggy...
Look at E's play.
Look at E. It's a big difference. But, of course, LawLiet had to wait for Hunter's Hall, for lures, while Foggy is only building archers.
You also had a shop coming up for Foggy, pressuring the expansion. The Entangled might be going down. The Dryads are late. And, you know, the Dryads are going to be good in high numbers for all that Dispel. But against archers right now, against the mass archers, they most likely won't be. And Foggy has the items. He brought him here. Invuln's there at the perfect moment. Foggy looking better and better here on map 3.
Whoa, Harry Potter, now some magic. Can he kick out LawLiet of the winner bracket? Lots and lots of repair. No Fog Lightning just yet. But I like that Foggy is not falling into the trap of blindly going into talents again like he did on map 1. He was waiting patiently. What unit should I buy? Is it talents? Or not. No, he's going straight for archers. Now the lures. And man, this battle is going on and LawLiet has barely anything to work with.
LawLiet needs to pull off a great hold like he did before. Again, he's under lots of pressure, but this time, there is no Merc Camp. He cannot use the mercenaries. He has to use the good old Dryads, nothing else. Tier 3 started, but it's so damn far away. Needs to rely on the shop. Needs to rely on the healing. There's one juicy heal throw for Foggy. But still also a lot of archers.
Man, Foggy at offline events, it is something very, very special. Every wisp that's trying to repair can easily be sniped by all these archers. Peak strategy by Foggy. Just archers, man. It's enough. Why build any other unit?
Demon has to staff out, heal up. Is that a window for LawLiet to do something now? Perhaps. Great archer block. Look at that. The Demon was trying to go for the Naga, but the archer was there to close the door. Mana's running really low on Foggy. Not much cold arrow anymore, but also again healing. I feel like this whole series has been about healing and about moon juice. Yeah. And right now LawLiet has basically nothing.
And also he's running out of lumber. How do you want to go for Bears Mountain Giants if you don't have the lumber? And he needs to spend his gold on new potions as well. Foggy seems to be super oppressive, but we had a lot of comebacks in this series already. Can Foggy close it out?
The rejuve here is wonderful, but it's not going to be lasting forever. Still taking more damage. Still lots of archers left. Sure, some have fallen, but more are still there. Demon Hunter returning from the main base, and now he's looking way healthier, way stronger than the opponent. There's a heal potion still, but also a heal potion on the other side. Foggy brought one from back home as well, and Foggy might be able to close it out here.
Whoa, can he even step out the demon? He's trying to run away. Naga not following. Normal movement speed is back, and the shop for LawLiet is gone. Foggy getting closer and closer to a top 4 performance. What can LawLiet do? How can he escape?
He's waiting for tier 3. He's waiting for the bears. The master training is going to be incredibly useful. Much, much needed indeed. Love the shop also at the expansion. There you can get more potions. But the pressure is far from over. Foggy is all in here. Yeah. There's no tier 2. There's no plan B.
There is tier 2.
No, tier 3, I mean.
Okay. Correct. Good that we clarified that. Dryads are coming in, but you're right with the tier 3. And at some points, orbs could take over. But yeah, just as on Twisted, he wants to close it out with APs.
Demon Hunter should be able to get the cancel here, but still, again, taking damage, a good amount of it. More and more APs coming. Foggy can smell the victory. Foggy can smell the next round.
Incredible. Naga in trouble. More. The block with the Wisp is not enough. The Naga is falling. Another step closer to the top 4. Can you believe it? LawLiet holding on, but he's supply blocked. The bears are not ready yet. All your base belong to me, says Foggy.
And the timing's working out wonderfully. The master training about to finish, but for the times the bears will be there, it's going to be a hostile takeover of the other firm. And now we're going for the Tree of Eternity. This is the so-called throat. And now we have a shop here as well. Foggy seems to be in prime position. LawLiet has to try one last time.
He's going for it with Orb, with the bear, but against these archers and so little movement speed, they're just melting. Foggy doesn't even have to kite his units. Maybe he's getting a bit sloppy here. Never underestimate a Demon Hunter like this.
But here are the APs, 2 already. That's so much damage, especially against bears and dryads, and the third one's going to be coming up as well. The Demon Hunter can't do it all by himself. There is potions. There is a shop here. And now Foggy has seemingly an unbeatable foothold in the enemy base.
He's supply unblocked. The Naga is still not back, by the way. Little bit of moon juice on the right-hand side. Foggy sees, all right, I got the left-hand side base done. Still got some work to do on the right-hand side, but the APs and archers are doing the job. And that would also mean no potions, of course. Naga could even be revived at the tavern, but there's just no time to get there. And the altar will probably be kicked as soon as he starts the revive.
This Ancient of War seems to be made of paper. So much piercing damage. Oh, there's also a level up. Isn't that nice?
Oh.
New bears come out, trying to heal, trying to TP away, saving the bears. Will it be enough? Just barely it is, and that is some rejuve at least. But this Tree of Eternity, this one's going down.
Incredible. Losing the tech here. Foggy could, of course, even expand if he wants to with a secure position like this. Time to lick the wounds, I guess, and LawLiet time to come up with a master plan.
He went for a Dark Ranger. This is really cool. Before tier 3 went down, while he still could, and of course Dark Ranger extremely good against mass archers, especially out in the open. But Foggy is trying to play the transition. He's trying to get to dryads. Everything is looking amazing here for Foggy if he can keep his heroes alive.
Super interesting how he's not reviving the Naga, but rather go for the Dark Ranger, for the Black Arrow, trying to get rid of these archers, but he can't. The damage output is just too crazy. He's trading one bear for one archer. That's not great. 2 bears, actually.
They're going extinct. Another one's going to fall, and no tier 3 also means no more bears. It's only dryads for the time being for LawLiet, which are going to be running into a bunch of piercing damage. Foggy, it seems like he's done it. LawLiet doesn't want to believe it yet. He's down by more than 20 supply. The writing is on the wall.
This is amazing. He arrived here saying, yeah, I'm not playing that much at the moment. I became a father, you know, I'm taking care of my kid. And here he is winning this group, apparently. He has 30 food more than his opponent. He got a tech more. The levels are looking better. I don't see a way out by LawLiet, but I said this before and was proven wrong. No, there's not! Foggy does it! The boxing champ knocks down our vice champion LawLiet into the lower bracket. Wow! The crowd favorite prevails.
And we were so close to a 2-0 the other way.
Yeah.
With what happened on Twisted Meadows,